Well, hello there, internet. Thank you again for joining me. So a little background here. I love playing WoW, and we don't really put WoW on the channel too much, but I decided to log into the beta after they made the change where they wiped all the pre-made characters. So if you're not up to date on this, I'm sorry. I'm not a Shadow Priest by nature, but I played it in Targast about a week and a half ago, and I was absolutely in love with the changes and the things that they've done with it. I went into the Priest Discord, and a lot of them are, you know, they have a lot of gripes and issues that need to be fixed in the class. I'm particularly new to the class, so while being, you know, playing WoW for as many years as I played, I never really dabbled into the Shadow Priest. My Priest extensive knowledge is back in Vanilla, Classic, whatever you want to call it. I leveled a Priest towards the end of BWL, and I made a Priest from AQ, clearing AQ all the way into a little bit into Nax, and then the guild fell apart. And then, so one of my priests is one of my main characters, helped a lot of people get benediction back in the day when it was hard, and now everything's a lot easier to do. So yeah, so that's my extensive priest knowledge. And then out throughout the years, I leveled a priest every now and then going into BFA from Legion. When I didn't really play too much in Legion, I decided to make a disc priest, leveled that up, got halfway through, switched over to a hunter, back to my hunter, and then now we're back on the Shadow Priest. So all that aside, so you know where I'm coming from, the Shadow Priest. So if I say things that are wrong, get things that are incorrect, correct me in the comments. Thank you for all that stuff, but I'm gonna try to bring you some more content. So I like this a lot. I did a little dungeon, and the new things in the class right now are Devouring Plague. So everybody knows about that. They brought that back. But I logged in today and I saw 2 new abilities, and they were talents, and I was like, what is that? I didn't understand what it is, but let's click on the talents. So we go to talents. The first talent is this Unfurling Darkness. After casting Vampiric Touch on a target, your next Vampiric Touch is instant cast and deals shadow damage immediately. That is awesome. So they got rid of Shadowward Void, Dark Thoughts. Okay, Dark Thought increases the number of charges your Mind Blast by 1. Mind Blast can be cast instantly and may be cast while channeling Mind Flay or Mind Seer. That is great. And then the other passive is for each shadow damage over time effects on the target, your Mind Flay, Mind Seer have a 2% chance to trigger Dark Thought. So when it triggers Dark Thought, it flashes and it gives you another charge, and then you can actually just Mind Blast for free on top of that. So instead of like clipping, no longer do you need to clip unless you're gonna Void Blood clip. The problem with this now is Void Eruption has a 1.5 minute cooldown. I don't know if other priests are gonna like that a lot, because they were already complaining about the Void form, how it feels useless or whatever. But now it's on a cooldown, so it's like a obviously it's a boss cooldown or a big AoE pack cooldown. It's not something we can just use over and over and over again to pad the meters. So instead of that, they gave us this Unfurling Darkness. Well, that's one of the abilities of the Switch Shadow Void, but they gave us Searing Nightmare. Searing Nightmare instantly deals shadow damage to the enemies around the target and afflicts them with Shadowward Pain. That is awesome. If the enemy already is afflicted with your Shadowward Pain, Searing Nightmare deals double damage. So that's pretty cool. It's a little target, so once you get your insanity up, you hit them and it gives everybody Shadowward Pain, and then you hit them again and that does AoE damage. So you do that with your Mind Flay, so now you have a better AoE, so you can spread it all out instead of using the other ability. I forget the name of the ability. I have, like I said, I'm not really the best priest in the world, but I'm trying to give you the information so you have the ability here. You just used to like bomb everything on a like 45-second cooldown. Now this is using your insanity, so they're giving you a lot more insanity usage outside of using Void Eruption. And they got now a new talent, which is here. It's called Damnation. I saw this and I was like, what? It puts all your dots, including Devouring Plague, for free on a 45 seconds. So when you prep it up, you want to make sure that you want to use your Void Eruption, then you want to use Damnation, even if you already have the dots on the target, because it puts Devouring Plague, so it doesn't cost 50. And then in between then, you want to weave in another, before it ends, you can upkeep it and keep Devouring Plague up while you have your Void Eruption up and using your Void Volts and everything like that. So I think that's pretty good. And then they have sent Ancient Madness, which basically entering Void form increases your critical strike by 30% for 15 seconds, reducing every 2% every second. That's pretty good. So your initial casts are going to be critting a lot. They still have your Surrender Madness. They added Psychic Link in there. And then I don't know if that was there before, but it looks good. It looks good. I like it, in my opinion. For what they've done so far, I'm enjoying the Shadow Priest playstyle a lot. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you guys like these changes? Do you like these additions that they put into the system? Is that something that you're intrigued about? Something that you want to hear more about? I like the fact that they're taking chances and they're moving things forward. There's a lot of things that people have gripes about Mythic Plus, the current state of Torghast, how it can get kind of stale and boring, but with this, playing this, and not being a very good Shadow Priest, I feel like, I'm not comparing numbers because it's beta and we don't compare numbers, but I feel I enjoy it. I don't really play casters. I'm a melee person, but this is like one of the first casters outside of playing an Affliction Warlock, which is probably my favorite spec in the entire game. When Affliction's not good, I just don't play Warlock anymore. I like what they're doing with the Shadow Priest a little bit. Going to the Discord, I'm going to learn more about it. I'm still going to try to learn more about it. I'm trying to bring you guys more information about the beta. If you like more stuff, you want me to review little classes, go over some new things about classes, I want to learn with you guys. This is not something about a high level, because I know you can go watch all the big wigs that play WoW, such as, like, you know, we talk about Asmongold, if you watch them, Preach, you know, Final Boss, all that stuff like that. Everything that's around, we want to make sure that we can bring this content for you, like Hazel and a bunch of other people that are on YouTube. I just want to bring you some information at a casual level. We have a casual guild, we have a casual thing. It's a lot of casual stuff, but I want to just bring you information from my perspective, from a long-time WoW player that doesn't have the time to do mythic rating, all that stuff like that. How does this affect you? It's enjoyable. I want to make sure the game's enjoyable for you. And if it's enjoyable for me still, after 15 years, then yeah, we have our gripes, we have our complaints, we have our issues, but I feel like the more we lean on Blizzard being productive in our comments, not being very, I mean, obviously we got to be critical, but being critical with a plan. It's one thing to be critical about, I don't like this spell, give suggestions on what you think it should be, without being the mindset that it's overpowered. We need to make sure that it's fun. We need to bring back the fun to World of Warcraft. We need to bring the dungeons fun back. And I heard a lot of things about dungeons being, you know, Mythic Plus has a thing where it's punishing, but we need to bring back the fun. Bring it back to where people can shine and people can actually show their talents. And I like the idea where I heard from before is capping Mythic Plus at a number and seeing who could do it the fastest. Seeing who can do, you know, these pulls or these interactions better and much better than somebody else. And that's where you can fine-tune skill. Instead of just going, hey, we're just going to go until like 28 and just die because the boss hits us and we can't heal the mechanic. So I like that idea. I like what they're doing with the Shadow Priest. I want to give this little preview here on this. I'm sorry if I got a couple things wrong. I'm sorry if I'm not the best yet, but I'm gonna work hard for you guys. I'm gonna do things that I can. You can check me out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, about 8-9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for everything. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, post comments. I want to talk to you about WoW. Join the Discord. Discord link is in the comments below, or it's in the description, whichever I want to decide to put it. Please join. We have a WoW channel. We have a community there on Horde. We have a community on Alliance, but generally I'm playing Horde for the first time since TBC, more than like a cup of coffee. I went Alliance. So thank you for everything. I'll see you in the next one.